Hey everyone, happy Pride Month! I had the idea a few months ago that I wanted to pick a perfume bottle for each color of the rainbow when Pride Month got here. So that's what I have done. So if you're interested to see which perfumes I've picked for each color, then just stay tuned. So I had so much fun going through all my perfume bottles and looking at the colors and trying to decide which ones I wanted to pick for each color. And originally I was thinking, what about the original Pride flag that had 8 colors, like back in the 1970s when it was first designed? And then I was thinking, well, you know, there's the traditional iconic, 6-color Pride flag. Then there's the Progress Pride flag, the one that I'm wearing, if you can see it, that has like people of color represented and like the trans flag and all that. So I just decided to go with the iconic 6-color Pride flag and, red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet. And stay tuned to the end of the video if you want. I'm gonna just say a few thoughts on Pride Month and what it means to me. So if you're interested in that, after I'm done the perfumes, you can keep watching and don't feel that you have to, but if you do, I'd love to have you there. So red is meant to symbolize life and passion. And for that one, I picked Roberto Cavalli Paradiso Assoluto. Now, this is one that I actually, when I first got it, it was a blind buy. And when I first smelled it, I was like, oh no, I don't think I'm gonna like it. It was a little bit different than anything I was used to. And I thought it was a little either syrupy or medicinal at first when I first sprayed it. But this has become an absolute love for me. When I wear this, I do feel passionate. I feel sensual. It's really like sexy. It definitely has like a depth and a sweetness and a woodiness. I've heard a lot of people say that this has like a tropical smell, but more of a nighttime tropical smell, if that makes sense. Smelling it from the atomizer is not very satisfying to me, but wearing it is actually a beautiful experience. I really love this. I would wear this for a date night. I would take it on a tropical vacation. I would wear it in the evenings, go for a moonlight stroll along the beach. It's really beautiful and it does represent life and passion to me. So this is a great one to represent the color red. Now, we didn't have very many orange bottles, but the one that I picked was Narciso Ambrée. I've always called it Ambrée, but maybe it's Ambrée. Howdy, Ambrée. If you've ever smelled any of the Narciso cubes, you know they're very musky and very powdery. I actually own quite a few of the cubes, and I would say that this is the tropical sister of all the cubes. So I saw on Fragrantica that this was compared to Hibiscus Palm, it was compared to Intense TR by Montal, it was also compared to Terracotta, Sun-Kissed Hibiscus, and I had a lot of those, so I sprayed them all on little tester strips for the past couple days, and I've been smelling them, and those are all tropical. They have like a coconutty, sunscreeny, tropical floral smell to them. And this does not smell like any of those, but it smells like you added those to one of the Narciso cubes. Like if you just took the original Narciso cube and you added tropical florals instead of the florals that are in it, you're going to get this. So in the Pride flag, orange represents healing and fun and celebration. So this is definitely a fun fragrance, and this would be great to wear to a party. This would be great to wear to a parade. But honestly, it can be a little bit heavy, and on me it's kind of like a long-lasting and strong fragrance. I think that some people had a little bit of trouble with performance, but I don't at all. To me, it's very strong, and I love that it's tropical, but you could wear it in the winter because it's got that heavy musk and that heavy amber. Those tropical flowers like frangipani and ylang-ylang, they really do give it like some lightness and brightness and happiness and fun and celebration vibes. So that was my pick for the color orange. I was really tossed up about what to do for my yellow bottle, but yellow is supposed to represent sunlight, and to me this is a very sunny fragrance, and this is Valentino Donna Born Aroma Yellow Dream. The accords listed for this one are musky, powdery, citrus, aromatic, rose, and floral. I would put musky way up there, put citrus way up there, and I mean, it's a musky citrus, basically, to me. And the notes are very simple: lemon, rose, and white musk. It's a really nice combination. On the Valentino website, it actually lists peony accord, Turkish rose, and musk. It doesn't mention lemon, but I do get that citrus vibe from it. It's very fresh. It's a very easy reach perfume. I feel like you would wear this on a picnic. You have some lemonade and you have, you know, your little fruit nearby, and there's roses blooming around you, and you have your blanket spread on the ground. You're having a little picnic. It's just a happy, sunny scent to me. And there are moments in the dry down where I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's a little bit bug spray at times, but it's just like a half an hour in the middle, like 2 hours into it. There's a half hour where I'm like, what's that smell? Is that bug spray? And then that goes, and then the soapiness and the fresh cleanness comes out. So I don't know, I think this is a cute one. I'm glad I only had the travel size because of that weird mid for me. And it'll still last me quite a while, but anyway, this is my choice for yellow. Okay, so green represents prosperity and growth and nature. And I really only have one green bottle, but it's a good one. And this is Maximalist by Scarlet. This one is not on the Fragrantica website. I really wish they'd put it on there. They have other Scarlet perfumes on there, but for some reason this is not on there yet. Now, according to their website, Scarlet is 100% clean, 100% vegan, they're cruelty-free, all that. So it's a really good brand. You've probably heard of their makeup before, like eyeshadows and whatnot. This actually does give me forest vibes, which is actually works out really good since green represents nature. But I do get a little bit of like a pine tree, a pine forest with this one, even though there are no notes that would indicate that. According to the website, the notes are crisp pear, sparkling bergamot, silky jasmine, amber woods, and whipped vanilla. That combination sounds like a dream come true to me, and it is. This is so good. I have never once sprayed this that my husband hasn't basically come running from the next room and say, what is that? That smells so good. It's just, oh my land, this is a beautiful whipped vanilla. Yes, I totally get whipped vanilla. Silky jasmine, it's a really nice jasmine. The combination of that with like the woodiness, it's just so good. And I do, like, I guess I can get that pear in the top. So in the description of it on the website, it says that it opens with pear, green apple, and pineapple, and then that there's jasmine, rose, and patchouli in the middle, and that the base smells like suede, cedarwood, and whipped vanilla. There are some reviews for this on Scentbird, which is where I discovered this with my Scentbird subscription, and it's one of only 2 bottles that I've ever ordered a full bottle of after having my decant from Scentbird come that month. And I just, when I ran out of this decant, I'm like, I cannot be without this. I need this in my life. Definitely get that pear, the vanilla, the woods, the jasmine. So pretty. Someone even said that this is like a lighter version of La Belle. I would say, yeah, it's a less sweet version of La Belle and a little bit more like earthy, naturey version of La Belle. This has some crazy mixed reviews on Scentbird. I took screenshots of them and they're on my phone, so I can't read them right now, but I might pop some up and you can kind of pause to read them because it's hilarious the variety of opinions that you get on a certain fragrance, and this is no exception. There are people saying that it just smells like an old lady, it's gross, and other people saying that it's like the most delectable, like a sassy, hot woman scent that you'd ever smell. So it's just like one extreme to the other, but this does have really high ratings. I think it's like a 4 or 4.5 stars or something on the Scentbird website. But anyway, I wouldn't want to be without this. And I mean, this will last me probably a lifetime. You can see the bottle is clear and you can see like the level of the liquid in there. But anyway, this is my choice for the color green. Now on to indigo, which represents serenity, calm, and harmony. Well, indigo is blue. Basically, it's just a little bit deeper shade of blue. Now, for this, I have so many blue bottles. I have a ton of blue bottles, but I picked one that makes me feel really calm and serene. And when my husband wears it, which I try to make him wear this as often as I can because I love it on him, and that is Versace Blue Jeans. Now, if you have been, using perfumes for years and years and years, you know about this. It's probably old news. You're probably like, oh, that old thing. But I'm really quite new to perfume. Only about 3 years I've really been into perfumes. When we were traveling in the airport recently, I went into a perfume store. I love to go into those stores that they have in the airports. And I smelled a ton of perfumes, and I was smelling each one. I'm like, okay, oh, this is kind of a fruity rose. Yeah. Oh, this is kind of a woody citrus smell. I smell another one, sprayed on. I'm like, okay, this is sort of a vanilla. But when I sprayed on Versace Blue Jeans, it absolutely caught my attention. When I first sprayed it, I could tell it was going to be good, but it was quite citrusy. And then as it dried down, it got more of that kind of, I don't know if it's anise or what, that gives that little bit of a Coca-Cola smell to it. But it had this underlying musk that was just so sexy to me, like just a woodiness and a musk. Oh, I just was like, okay, I want this, but I didn't buy it right then. I actually, a couple weeks after I got home, I ended up ordering it, and I found it for a really good price because, I mean, it's kind of a cheapie, I think. So the accords are listed as aromatic, citrus, fresh spicy, lavender, woody, powdery, vanilla, sweet, fresh, and floral. So yeah, it is aromatic, I guess. And I mean, I definitely get the citrus, especially when you first spray it. Let me check the notes. There's a lot of notes. Citrus is bergamot, juniper, anise. Oh, there is anise. Okay. So that's where that little cola vibe comes in. Brazilian rosewood and basil. The mid has lavender, rose, carnation, heliotrope, fir, jasmine, geranium, sage, lily of the valley. And then in the base, there's vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, iris, musk, amber, cedar, vetiver, and patchouli. That is a laundry list of notes. But I would say basically I get the citrus, I get the anise, I get the vanilla, and I get sandalwood. I guess the musk and the tonka bean, I get that too. But anyway, the cap is a little bit hard to get off. Some nights I ask my husband to wear this, but he's clued in and he starts wearing it after work when he has a shower. He comes downstairs, I'm like, I smell blue jeans. Anyways, I really love this. I really think it's special. And maybe you remember it from years ago, but this is my first experience with it. So I love it. And this was my choice for the color indigo. Now on to violet, which is probably my favorite color of the rainbow. I really like burgundies and plum and wine colors and really any kind of purple, magenta, anything. I love that. It's my favorite. So I was kind of tossed up between a couple of which to pick for violet, but I went with Violet Eyes by Elizabeth Taylor. Now this really doesn't have violet in it. It's supposed to be named after Elizabeth Taylor's eyes, which were the color violet, which is so unusual and beautiful. The accords and the notes that are listed for this, I really am totally disconnected from what I see written on Fragrantica and what I smell. To me, this is nothing like what is described. This was a blind buy. I bought this because of Shauna J. And when I first sprayed this, I got tears in my eyes. For some reason, I got emotional. It just made me feel like someone actually hugged me. It's powdery, it's musky. I know there's no violet in it, but I smell that kind of violet, lavender, like wisteria, kind of like the purpley, powdery florals. That's what I get from this. I just love to smell it. I've been wearing this one a lot lately, especially to bed. It is the coziest, cuddliest fragrance. The notes listed are peach, rose, jasmine, Virginia cedar, peony, and amber. And the accords are floral, rose, woody, amber, fresh, fruity, white floral, and sweet. Now I saw two comparisons on Fragrantica. One was Eclat d'Arpège by Lanvin. I can see that, like that little purpley quality that it has to it, like the grape sweetness, but not really, you know what I mean? And I also saw it compared to Lacoste Parfum, which I also own, and also was the first fragrance I ever smelled that I thought felt like a warm hug. It was just so cozy and powdery and musky. So if you combine those two, I think you'd kind of come up with this. but it leans way more towards Lacoste Parfum in my opinion. In the vibe I get from it, I'd say 3/4 Lacoste Parfum and take a quarter of Eclat d'Arpège and add those together, and this is kind of what you're gonna get. I've been spraying it at night before bed, and I wake up and I smell like the crook of my arm or wherever I sprayed it, and the musk that is left behind in this is so pretty. It smells like, when I have smelled my arm in the morning, it smells like Glossier You, like that kind of cozy musk, but in the morning all the powderiness is gone, so all that's left is that pretty sweetness of the musk. So I don't ever want to be without this one. This is the one I chose for the color Violet. So those are all the perfumes that I picked for all the colors of the Pride Rainbow. And what would your choices be? Let me know down below, or, you know, make a video about it and tag me in it. So guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Pride Month and what it means to me, but if you are leaving me now, then thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye! So when you think of the word pride, what comes to mind? I'm just wondering. Do you think of like, pride goeth before a fall, or pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, or something like that? Do you have a negative connotation of the word pride, or you think it means like arrogance? Do you think it means that you're prideful, stuck up? Or when you think of the word pride, does it give you a happy feeling like, oh, this is my pride and joy, or the pride of the Yankees? Do you ever say to someone, you should be so proud of your accomplishment, wow, it's amazing? Or you say to your kids, I'm so proud of you, honey. You know, I think of pride in a very positive way. I always love that song by Marshmello, I Just Want to Let You Know I'm Proud. Every single time I hear that song, I just about start crying. I think about my son, I can't help it. I'm so proud of him. He is such an amazing person. He's a small business owner, goes to university, works hard, he's kind to everybody, he's so helpful, he's loving, he's just such an amazing person. And I just want to do like a photo montage of him to that song and just like make it for him sometime for Pride Month or something. I usually send him a bouquet of flowers on the first day of Pride Month. I didn't this year, sorry bud. I wasn't on the ball, but I have done that before. I want to show you my t-shirt that I just got, and I just hauled it out of the laundry, so it's very wrinkly. But anyway, this is my t-shirt. I don't know if it's in frame, but is this sweet? This just came in the mail this week, and I showed my husband. I came out and I just kind of like held it up, and he was like, that is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. He just about started crying. He's like, really got choked up. He's like, that is beautiful, I love that. Anyways, I love this. I just think, oh my lord, is that precious. My son has a t-shirt too that I almost borrowed to wear for this video. It says, woke up gay again. And the reason why I almost wore it is because it actually, that phrase sums up, like, you literally wake up and that's how you are. You're literally doing nothing wrong. You open up your eyes in the morning and you're attracted to who you're attracted to. You go to sleep at night, the next night, you wake up the next morning, you open your eyes and you get a crush on who you get a crush on. It's nothing wrong about it. So it kind of hurts my heart as a mom when you see like a lot of hate towards people that are different than the mainstream, you know? It's kind of scary because there are even countries where my son can't go because there's the death penalty for just literally waking up in the morning and being who he is. Weird, I can't even believe that it's real. Thankfully, there are people who are a lot better at explaining things than I am, that came up with a slogan, sort of, with a phrase that means basically what I'm saying, which is, love is love. If your kid comes home, like if your daughter came home and said, Mom, a cute boy smiled at me at the grocery store, it's gonna be, oh my gosh. And the same thing when my son came home and he said, Mom, a cute boy smiled at me at the gas station. I was like, oh my gosh, like what did he look like? Did you say anything? You know, it's no different. So, you know, I always think of that phrase, like, be careful who you hate, because it could end up being someone you love. you know, why would you, I guess just because of religion and stuff is why people like kind of get the idea there was something wrong with it, but nah. So you grow up watching shows, Friends, King of Queens, whatever, and the connotation that you're getting is that it's the worst thing in the world if you were to be gay. It's like, no, 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 I'm not gay, oh my word. No, it's just this terrible thing. So you find out next that there are countries where you can't even go because it's a crime to just be who you naturally are. And you go to school and then people are like making fun of people and bullying, and you realize, oh, this is a bad thing. So you kind of have to hide who you actually are, which is one of the worst feelings that you could imagine. So imagine one day you woke up and someone said to you, oh, no, there's actually nothing wrong with it. No, no, no. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to be who you are. You can be proud of who you are. You're allowed to be proud of yourself. You're allowed to be proud of who you are. You don't have to fit in the standards to be accepted. You're great the way you are. Be proud of who you are. Well, depending on how long you've been suppressing who you are and hiding it and pushing it down, you might all of a sudden feel like celebrating. You might feel like waving a flag. You might feel like having a parade. You might just be so excited that you're allowed to be who you are. And it's not a crime, and it's not a sin, and it's not wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're not a freak. You're not bad. Imagine how much you want to celebrate. I think it's wonderful. So the main creator of the pride flag, like the original 8-color one, was Gilbert Baker, and he created it, I think, with help from others, but it was in 1978, and originally there were 8 colors, but he was interviewed about it later on in life, and he was asked about like why they chose the rainbow, like for the pride symbol of like pride, and he said, we needed something to express, sorry, no, no, he said, we needed something to express our joy, our beauty, our power. And the rainbow did that. We are an ancient, wonderful tribe of people. We picked something from nature. We picked something beautiful. And I think that's beautiful. Do you? Hello? Hi.
Sorry, I shut you off.
It's okay.
I thought I'd get open the door for this week.
Oh, it's alright.
Oh, there's your phone.
Yes, I'm recording. Say hi.
Hello.
It's my wonderful son, Hunter. You might make the video and you might not. I'll have to see when I'm editing.
No worries. I need a coffee if I'm gonna do this shit.
Okay, babes.